Hello everyone here on the new earth. You've seen me be houseless across the country. And not homeless, because this planet is my home and it's all of our home. God wanted us to share with our brothers and sisters and to love each other and not compete over everything. But we were taught capitalistic values, which capitalism actually means to capitalize or take advantage of. My brother here, Robert, who I met today, who I consider a friend already, we've had some great conversations, and I saw him, and you guys see this wheelchair. He was wheeling uphill, and I was walking past him. And you know, I asked him, I said, brother, do you need a hand? Because I know what it's like, I've been there before. And how often do we just walk past people who could use some help and some kindness? And isn't that what Jesus taught? Compassion trumps all, folks. Compassion trumps all. It gets to the heart of the matter. And there's a lot of things coming to the surface now that there is the internet out there, that there's YouTube, and people could do videos like I'm doing to share, to educate, to inform. Now, my brother Robert wants to share a little bit of what his experiences. Hopefully this opens your eyes to what's going on, because there's lots of vets, there's lots of disabled people, there's lots of people that need some love and nurture, and we're putting them on the streets, and we are making them walk around in circles and treat them like they're not human, when it's a human rights violation to not let someone sleep. We can't even let them sleep on the sidewalk because we're worried about the way things look. Well, don't judge a book by its cover. I'm going to introduce you to my brother Robert, and he's going to share a little bit about some of his experiences that he's already been sharing with me. Robert?
Hi, kids. Hey, I'm Robert, man. I was raised on the streets. I was raised on the streets of California. And my head was way too small for my body, but there's nothing you can do for a pinhead, right?
So you were 12 years old.
I was homeless at 12 years old. Been through all the foster care, foster homes, and all that. Just escaped them. Joined the army. Got out of the army, and I hitchhiked across the country twice.
Awesome. I love that.
Introduced to the prison system twice from end to end. Hitchhiked across this grand country of ours. And then I went back to the streets of Portland. Minimum wage didn't work. And now
it never does.
It never does. And now I broke my back and I'm in a wheelchair.
Oh wow. And then you're dealing with pain issues, and the doctors got you on opiates, different strong
all kinds. And of course nobody cares. I run out and I withdraw. And I never asked for this, but they took out two of my discs.
Oh,
I ruined my disc paratrooping in the army.
Okay, so you were doing it in service.
This infection got in through those, and then boom. Plus I got a Hep C in the army. So now they had to take out two of my discs, replace with titanium, take out part of my spine, that's not titanium. Then they had to solder me back together because the infection ate through my. So now I got like two tubes going from all the way down, and my back is pure metal.
He is an android. No.
Yeah. I'll never get past the metal detector. I can guarantee that.
Cyborg. So, and as you've seen, I've done a lot of videos in Utah and a lot of places about houselessness and like services not going to people. He's going to share a couple of his experiences in Portland and here, and kind of maybe open your eyes to what's going on. Because if Jesus really was reincarnated in this planet, he'd be reincarnated as a homeless person to open our eyes up to compassion and to judgment. And to realize that Judgment Day is not about judging each other or being judged by the divine energies. It's about letting go of judgments so that we can move on in unconditional love and unity, which is what's happening on a subconscious level. But now people are waking up. And if you consider yourself awoke or awoken or part of this new renaissance of the spirit, this revolution, then you must understand this revolution is going to be won with the homeless people. It's going to be one with our prophets locked up in mental hospitals. It's going to be one by the geeks, the freaks, the people that think outside the box, because that's what this country was founded on. The founding fathers, they left their nation to start a new life and to follow their beliefs, and they believed that worshiping God, worshiping God was sitting underneath a tree, like this beautiful pine tree right here, and sharing information and having real talk, authentic conversation.
You don't need Pastor Tilton to get to God.
So share with us a little bit of some of the misconceptions and experiences you've had being homeless and the kindness of strangers.
Okay, well, automatically the misconception of being homeless is he's a thief, he's this, he's dirty, he's grubby, he doesn't care.
Doesn't want to work.
Doesn't have He doesn't have the human feelings that all humans do. But in reality, homeless people are human beings too.
And I find them to be very compassionate and kind and polite to each other, very generous.
But a different grade of person, because I don't depend upon a home to get through life. Whereas the average person would freak out. Oh my, no home, how would I do? So, like they would come to me for help, and I would help them.
Right, and so you're very creative, you're able to invent, you utilize resources, you appreciate the things that people throw away.
Exactly, and in my case, you know, I scrapped metal, I didn't steal it, I got it from dumpsters. The problem was the dumpsters on the other side of the fence, were creating problems, so the course eventually told me.
So we're locking up our trash under lock and key. Do you hear this, folks?
Yeah, right, exactly. So I had to resort to panhandling. And that's when I found out the true kindness of people.
Right.
People are good. People are kind. Rarely you get that asshole, but that's very rare.
And usually that asshole is someone who's scared of being homeless themselves and coming out of judgment.
Right, exactly.
Get a job. Yeah, well, I lost my ID multiple times since you guys have met me, and that's easy to do, yeah. Right. And right now, this brother here who has very little gave me the rest of his change for helping him push him up the hill, which I didn't ask for. I did out of the kindness of my heart to help me get my ID so I could get work. This is what people fall into, and when you don't know anybody and when everybody treats you like you're not a person, how do you really get the resources to help?
Right, exactly.
Now, there are a lot of programs out there, and I'm not knocking them. They're great. They've helped me. They've helped him. But we really need to quit outsourcing our kindness to people with paychecks and to insource it by reaching out. Because this is divide and conquer. Because you treat everybody like a stranger, then everybody is a stranger.
Exactly.
And who's really hurt you? It's your family and friends, the people that have known you for years and seen you change and grow. Why do you think Jesus said no prophet's appreciated in their hometown? Because he meant that once you awoke to the truth of things, people that are still living the lie and still investing in corruption are going to run you out of town even if they've known you for 20 years. Anything you want to share? Any last message you want to share to anybody?
Actually, no, that's exactly true what he said. Don't fear yourself and don't...
There you love.
Know, we condemn when Socrates drank that poison, the hemlock.
Yes.
And Plato, actually it's Socrates and Plato. So I'll address them as their names properly.
I love it.
So Socrates died and Plato wrote an apology. And I believe I'm correct on this. And within that apology, Plato wrote, we condemn others for what we hate most about ourselves.
Ooh, because we are our reflections.
Yes.
We're going to end on that message, folks. I wish you a wonderful day in this new earth. Keep being compassionate. If you see that person and they're struggling and your initial reaction is to help them, then do it. You'll be protected. You are protected. Your angels will protect you. You just have to believe in yourself, because this is a self-worth thing, and our whole species is learning to love itself again. I love you. This is Christian Pramadas. This is Robert.
Love yourself, and everything will fall right in line.
And you've been incepted by the Catalyst.